Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you join us today in today's live lecture coming to you from Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University. Today's date is Eke Market Day in the Igbo lunar calendar and 10/28, 2025 in the Roman Catholic calendar. Remember, the reason we are giving you both days is to ensure that you are aware that we Africans have our own calendar. We, the Igbo race, the Biafran people, and Africans have our own calendar before the arrival of the foreign colonial masters in our land. I remember at Nkolo Mahadum, we are primarily set up to help you to use your naturally given common sense, which we call Akonuche in Igbo language, before you make any decision in life. Apply your own sense, because God has already given you everything you need to be successful wherever and whichever environment you found yourself. And we advise you to always join us, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, because we package our lectures and present them from an Igbo man, from Biafran and African perspectives. We encourage you to see things from how it is affecting you. You from the Igbo race, you from the African culture. You don't see things from how other cultures see them, because everybody protests their own. The world we live in is a world of survival of the fittest. And therefore, please always like, comment, and share, so that we shall know how we are doing, so that everybody will receive this important lecture. And the title of today's lecture is The Origin of Fulani Terrorism, Activities, and Way Forward for Nigeria. The origin of Fulani terrorism, activities, and way forward for Nigeria. And we are thinking that the Nigerian government is not doing enough, because if the government is doing enough, how many are there? The government will be able to have stopped them long time ago, but the government is not doing enough. And my guest, Keny I'nugo, a public analyst, supposed to join me to analyze the Fulani terrorism and way forward for Nigeria today, but he is having some technical difficulties, and so I will continue until he joins us, if possible. And we want to use this lecture to let you know that the Fulani refers to an ethnic group called the Fulani, also known as Fula or Fube. That's how they are known. The ethnic group perpetrating this terrorism are the Fulani ethnic group. They are also known as Fula or Fulbe, according to Wikipedia. Wikipedia also stated that they are about 13 million. Now, for example, in a country like Nigeria, which has more than 200 million in population, and the Fulani group is only 13 million. And out of this 13 million, they are the one that is forming different terrorist groups, killing Nigerians, taking lands on a daily basis, and the government cannot stop them. And there have been a lot of Muslim riots in northern Nigeria. But we will start our lecture from the Boko Haram. The Boko Haram is an Islamic sectarian movement which was founded in 2002 in northeastern Nigeria. Since 2009, the group has carried out large-scale acts of violence across northern Nigeria and southern Nigeria. And the meaning of Boko Haram means Western education is not needed. They do not need Western education. They do not need Western democracy. They don't want foreign influence. All those are forbidden in their land. And you know why they're saying that? Because they want to form an Islamic state. They want to remain Muslims the way they are. They don't want European influence in their land. And you think you don't know what they're doing? They know what they're doing because they want to maintain their identity. They don't want to be mixed with foreign ideologies. And that is why they say that both Western education, Western democracy, Western influence is forbidden. That's what Boko Haram means. And on October 27, 1999, the then governor of Zamfara State, Ahmed Sani Yerima, introduced Sharia law. And soon after, the Sharia law spread across the whole northern Nigeria. And this Sharia practice also helped to increase the momentum of Fulani jihadism in Nigeria. And today, we have so many terrorist groups in Nigeria formed by Fulani people in Nigeria. We have Boko Haram, we have ISWAP, we have Ansaru, we have Miyetti Allah. This Miyetti Allah you are hearing about, which the Buhari government gave almost 100 billion naira at that time, is a terrorist group. We have Islamic movement in Nigeria, a Shiite militant group led by El Zaki. And then the latest one that just came up now, Wulo, which surfaced in north central Nigeria. This Wulo is the one to be taking care of north central Nigeria. That's why they founded it on north central Nigeria. Because as we are telling our people, they're already coming down. All the up north have been conquered already. Today they are in Kwara. They had been in Benue and Plateau and taking care of those areas. And now they want this Wulo to be permanently stationed in north central to make sure that the occupation is complete. And meanwhile, they are advancing from Kwara into more of Yoruba land. Meanwhile, also, unbelievably, a Yoruba man, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is the president. Why this is going on? Because he himself is a Muslim. He will be comfortable in a Muslim country, in a Sharia country, in an Islamic state. That is why it's like he is quiet. Why the Fulani Islamic terrorists are advancing across all over Nigeria. That is what is going on. And so the Wulo is now stationed in north central Nigeria. And a lot of killings has been going on. And according to the Vatican News, over the past 14 years, at least 52,250 Nigerian Christians have been brutally murdered at the hands of Islamic militants. According to the Vatican News, the Vatican is the head of the Catholic Church. They are the one that's saying this, that for 14 years, 52,250 Nigerian Christians have been killed. And that is why we always tell you at Nkoloma Wisdom University that the Bible and Christianity doesn't have any power. How can they be there? And another religion has killed 52,250 of them within the past 14 years, and they haven't done anything. Now, in the past 2 years since the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the militants have killed 10,217 people, both in Benue, Edo, and Katsina states. And remember, in Uzu 1 local government area, at least 25 people were dead, were killed by Fulani herdsmen. And also another, another 7 killed on Sunday, February 2nd, 2025. On Sunday, on February 2, 2025, many Christians were killed and homes set ablaze. In an attack that killed many people. And so you can see that these killings has been going on. A lot of killings has been going on. And on October 13, 2025, at least 24 young men from various villages across Patiji and Lade districts of Kwara State were killed. Those who volunteered to participate in vigilante to defend their community, 24 of them were killed, and so many other killings in Kwara right now. Like we have said earlier, they have already occupied the main northern states like Sokoto, Kaduna, Borno, Kogi, and Yobe. All those states in the far north have been occupied already. Now they're coming down. Now in the north central, they have this Ulo there now, taking care of Benue, Kogi, Edo, Katsina, Southern Kaduna. And so this is what is going on across the whole place. And we feel that the government is not doing enough. And we'll show you few videos to show you that the government is not doing enough. And I'll show you the first video right now for you to understand what we are talking about.
You see, what did you see right now? I know they for blindness argument, because I believe all those people that keep on arguing is all those people that are wicked here in this country. All those people that they have used money and bribe. That's why you cannot do something that liberate your country, that you lift up your country. You cannot do something so that others will be proud of your country, tying your country down every blessed day, killing innocent citizens of Nigeria, killing them for no just cause. Only you have the power, you have everything. Nobody is dragging that power with you. Still, you use that power to suppress the citizen of Nigeria. And tomorrow, you also be arguing with me, abusing me inside my page.
This is an helicopter dropping weapons for these terrorists. An helicopter will fly in the Nigerian airspace and land and discharge weapons for the terrorists, and the government will not, shoot down the helicopter or arrest the helicopter and the crew. This is what is going on in Nigeria. I will show you another video.
Saturday, the 20th day of September is today, 2025. I was surprised when I saw the video of the terrorists who went to the mosque and killed 30 people while they were praying, and also that had the peace deal with the DSS, the community, the military, after he killed the 30 people. So I saw him bragging in a video. He said, look at, I am releasing 40 persons. The people he kidnapped before. He said he have released other people before, that he's releasing these people not because he's threatened or the security operative overpowered him. That why he was looking for everybody they kidnapped to release them, that he received the news that the security operatives were trying to attack his people, that he is warning Nigeria that any attack on his people again, that they will return to violence and Nigeria will burn down. This is the person the DSS, the military, shook hand with last week.
This is the impunity of these terrorists. This is the impunity all over Nigeria. They're not afraid of Nigerian government. They're not afraid of Nigerian military. They are their gidibam, and the government cannot do anything to them. And that is why we are saying that the government is not doing enough. And a lot of people have said, have argued that the government is even in bed with these terrorists. And we cannot end this lecture also by also reminding you that it was the APC government that brought in these terrorists when they want to remove Jonathan. They brought them from other African countries, Chad, Mali, and Burkina Faso, and others, to come in and start to, bomb so many places to show that Goodluck Jonathan is weak. And all those culminated, led to why Jonathan was removed. It was APC government. So if Bola Ahmed Tinubu came to agreement with Muhammadu Buhari to form APC, to take power away, are you going to argue that his hand is not there? Because he's not doing much right now that he's in power. He's expanding, it's escalating. Let's take another video. Let's take another video.
The way we pamper these terrorists, anybody looking at us will say, what is wrong with these people? The other day, Toju Bello released 100 people in his custody. 100. For him to release 100, that means there are more with him. He can't release all of them now. The other day, when they went to talk with him, he gave them 32. He gave them 32 people with some answers. So I go and tell your guy, give them this one. But this one, I will keep it for my protection.
No, these things are funny, but it happened. In our own country, in our presence.
These things are not really funny when you see that these bandits are just doing whatever they want. They kidnap people, they release whom they want to release. The other day they released 40. Now Toju Bello released 100 out of the many Nigerians that they have kidnapped and held hostage, demanding for ransom. They are just acting with impunity. Let's take another video, because I'm going to be showing you a lot of videos today about how the insecurity is worsening in Nigeria and the government is not doing anything.
C'est les gens de Keny au Nigeria qui ont été victimes, n'est-ce pas, de l'attaque de Boko Haram d'hier. Actuellement, on les accompagne au niveau du nouveau marché. Ils seront campés là-bas.
This is Saturday, the 4th day of October 2025. Good afternoon. It is in the report that over 5,000 Borno residents, village head, flee to Cameroon as Boko Haram seizes Kirawa village. Now, when I saw this news from Daily Post, Daily Trust, Sahara Reporters, the first thing that I went to check is how many people are living in Kirawa village. What?
Now you have seen it, the video. You can see that when that video was playing, they were speaking French. So it was a French reporter reporting that 5,000 Borno indigenes, Borno Nigerians, have now fled to Cameroon to live as a result of the activities of the Fulani bandits, Fulani terrorism in northern Nigeria, in Borno State. 5,000 have relocated, have run away from their ancestral land to Cameroon. And the Nigerian media is not talking about it. And that's why we're advising our people, move away from the corporate media, government media. Always join us at Nkola Mahadum University. Go to other individual podcasts, individual newscasts, other information centers, away from the government. The government cannot tell you what is exactly going on. They will tell you what you want to hear. This is very important. Let me show you other videos because it is very, very heartbroken when you see all these things happening in our land. Let me show you another video. Just give me a minute.
I am glad that the Al Jazeera News, Al Jazeera English have taken the documentary of what is going on in Kwara State, the mass exodus in Kwara State. But that shows how wicked we Nigerians are. How wicked we are, including the government. I mean, the government will take more share of the blame, but also we, the people, are very, very wicked. Your celebrities, your politicians, nobody is talking about the mass exodus. I mean, for over 2 months, people have been running constantly out of their ancestral homes. Helicopters have been dropping weapons, dropping armament. These people have been killing, chasing people out of their ancestral home. Why? Because the people they imported, politicians imported, the terrorists they imported into Nigeria 2014, 2015, those people have also asked their people to come and know where to stay.
Let me first of all say that the idea of bringing people from outside the country to destabilize wasn't, I mean, I didn't say they brought people to destabilize. What I said was that the idea, they actually brought people into the country with the intention that those people will come and vote for them. I think you understand? And they never realized, they never knew, they were never convinced that they were going to win that election because PDP was very, very strong on ground.
That's not true. They were imported to cause mayhem, to terrorize the Nigerian people, and by doing so, terrorizing the Goodluck Jonathan government to see him as weak so that he can vacate office. And that's what they achieved that. That is their main objective. It's not for them to vote for them. It's for them to cause terrorism across Nigeria. And they achieved that. And that is why Goodluck Jonathan lost the election. So that man is lying. And now you can see that people are running away in Benue. People are running away in even Uzuwan in Enugu, even in Ihamufu Enugu, even in Borno, like I showed you earlier. So people are running away everywhere because of this Fulani terrorism across Nigeria. And the government is not doing much. Let me show you other videos because it's very, very heartbreaking. Let me show you other videos.
We have chosen to say the truth. Even if we are going to die, let us die and let tomorrow appreciate what we said. And so, as far as I'm concerned, the federal government is complicit. The day they want this insurgency to finish, it will be done. Actively, they are working with Turkey, they are working with Saudi Arabia, they are working with everything to Islamize. But the real agenda is to take over Nigeria. And all these insurgents that you see happening is from Mauritania, is from Senegal, is from Cameroon, is from all over the place, trying to ensure that the indigenous people of this country do not have a say, but the Fulanis have a say. We are not against Fulani people. In government here in Benue State, I have Fulani people who are in my government. I have no issue about Fulanis, indigenous people. Everybody in this country, Nigeria, comes from somewhere. Even the tip people where I govern today as governor, they come from somewhere. But we have settled. Today, because of the rise in population, there is nowhere you can say that the tip people or Benue people should leave Benue State to go to Cameroon. Where is the land? To go to where? Where is the land? And so
we don't have the land. We don't have the land. You have heard from ex-governor Otom, who and the few countries he remembered that he's supporting this jihadism. He mentioned Turkey, he mentioned Saudi Arabia, and others. Most of these Islamic countries are supporting them because they want to Islamize Nigeria. They want to Islamize Nigeria. That's the objective. They not only want to take over Northern Nigeria, want to take over the whole Nigeria. That is what is going on. So let me show you other videos because it is very, very bad that this type of things are allowed to be festering in our land.
Now pay attention to this video. When you look at the screen, I will take you through some reports that happened in 2010. This is from BBC News. Gaddafi says Nigeria should split into several states along ethnic lines. That is from BBC. Now let's go to Reuters. Reuters is saying that Gaddafi suggests Nigeria split along ethnic lines. Follow me. Let us go to another report and understand what really transpired in this 2010. Now, when you go to the next report there, also from BBC, it says, divide Nigeria in two, says Muammar Gaddafi. Okay, say Nigeria should be divided into two nations to avoid further bloodshed between Muslims and Christians. I'm going to somewhere. I want you to follow me in this video. Now you have the Daily Nation Africa. The Daily Nation reports that Nigeria should be split, says Gaddafi, as poll date set. Now, this is from Reuters again. Gaddafi suggests Nigeria split along ethnic lines. Now, this is a Libyan.
Gaddafi, you know, is one of the African statesmen that have been promoting the freedom of Africa from colonial emasculation. And Gaddafi proposed in 2010 that the solution to all these killings and Islamization is to divide Nigeria. He said that. And it's like he has the correct remedy to the problem. Dividing Nigeria according to value system. We save all this Fulani terrorism or Islamization or jihadism. That's what Gaddafi said. That's what Nnamdi Kanu is also fighting for, to make sure that everybody live on their own. Because it is this one Nigeria that has given the Fulani people, who constitute only 30 million out of the 200 million, to be doing this terrorism because it's being supported by the government. So let's continue to watch some other videos. It is very, very, very heartbreaking to be seeing all these things that is going on here. Very, very, very sad indeed. I think I'm getting to the last few more videos and I'll be done.
This is the only thing I want to take. If I get protected in my environment, please keep your roads, keep your schools. We just want to be safe. And that is the message we are sending to the Senate President. Please save our life and our people. We are not bothered about roads now or schools. Please save our lives. Our people's lives are in danger. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, Mr. Senate President, I thank you very much for permitting me under Order 41 to present to you the cruciating security problem, not only in my senatorial district, but across many other senatorial districts, especially the senatorial district of my brother, Senator Karimi. And like I said, this matter becomes very urgent because of the fear that if you don't take very urgent action on this, it will definitely spread to other southern senatorial districts. In fact, I was discussing with Senator Fadansi on the sideline yesterday.
Well, I'm going to call this one up here. These are in the Nigeria National Assembly, the senators from Kwara State complaining about the killings in Kwara State. And you had that senator saying they just want safety, they don't want school, they don't want that, they don't want that, just they're able to be secured. And you know that the National Assembly is a toothless bulldog because they are being controlled by the executive. They are not independent. So all the grammar they will speak there will just end there. So everybody is lamenting. Lamentation has been going on, but there's little action from the government, because we know that if the government is serious, according to Autumn, this thing will stop overnight. Let's continue to watch one more or two videos, then I'm going to call it a quit for today, just to show you that the Fulani terrorism in Nigeria is going on without being checked enough by the Nigerian government. Few more videos, and there's one important one that I really want to show you. Very, very, very important. Just give me a minute, I will find it. This is the one was kidnapped. This is the guy who was kidnapped.
It's a happy birthday to me. Somebody help me and say happy birthday. And help me and thank God for saving my life today. I'm just coming out from death on my birthday. Shit. Look at the road. We were kidnapped. Fulani headsmen, all armed. Look at me. Look at me. All armed. In this road, they kidnapped our motor. Coming back from Ewere, the Omoko. They kidnapped us. We were entering inside the bush. Hey, God.
They kidnapped them from a road going to Omoko, and he narrowly escaped. Fulani herdsmen, terrorists. And this guy now that is escaped, if you tell him to join IPOB or support IPOB, he will tell you, don't worry about it. These are the problem our people have. The Fulani herdsmen are kidnapping and killing and doing organ harvesting business in our land, and our youth, our people are shying away from reality. You want to be politically correct because you are getting peanuts from the master's table. You want to remain slaves forever in our lives. And that is why IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu is saying no to that. Let me show you one more video, and I'll call it quits. Thank you very much for joining us. Let me show you this one. This guy. Very, very important that I find this video and show you. Very, very, very important video. Very, very important. Show you this one. Okay. It's not this one. This one. Not this one. This is it here.
killing and tell them to stop doing this. It is because all of the Fulani leaders keep quiet while the Fulani militias commit these atrocities. That's why we believe all of them are together in it. If none of them will come publicly to criticize it, then why won't we speak openly and generally about what the government is in bed with them? Tinubu is weak. Tinubu is weak because of the Buhari's Afghanization of security services, which he achieved before he left. The Fulani in their way don't want anybody to rule power. It's not just no Igbo man. Nobody should rule. Only them should rule. They want to extend their success over the House of Bucks. They don't talk about it. It's not true. They went and seized the NBC. Use the NBC to penalize Channel Television after I gave an interview. And that time, the big popular channel said, "Catch, who are you?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Why are they harassing my uncles who were asking you questions? They don't call you." I said, "Because they know what I know." All of us know where we meet ourselves. They know I know what they are doing. So they will come and tax channel 5 million, trying to get the media not to allow me to speak. People was going to Benue. Instead of going there to look at how foreigners are killing Nigerians through ethnic cleansing, Tinubu was talking about communal clashes. Which one is communal clashes? Benue is a majority Catholic state. It's 98% Christian. So who are the communal clashes? There's nothing like that. From Vandeke are going through to Vakwande, to Boko, to Kasinala, to Lese, to Shongo. These are all TV people. The only offense the TV have committed is that they have land that have species of elephant grass, which the Fulani cows love. And they have...
The Fulani leaders are not speaking, why the Fulani terrorists are rampaging and killing across the whole Nigeria. And the government is in bed with them. You can hear how Mr. I'nugo have said. When you say the truth in the government media or in the corporate media in Nigeria, they will use the National Broadcasting Corporation of Nigeria to clamp on you, to fine you, to prevent you from bringing people that will be telling you the truth to the studio. That's what they are doing. And the government is complicit because it was Abacha. General Abacha said that any crime, any activity that is lasted more than 48 hours, you know that the government hand is there. Because the Nigerian government have what it takes to stop these bandits if they decide to do so. Let me show you one more video and I'm going to call it quits. Thank you very much for joining me.
We, the ordinary citizens, have no option. The whole world will take it that, yes, the Uncle Tinubu government, so-called federal government of Nigeria, has a policy of paying bandits and terrorists. The history I narrated to you of collecting donations from all over the world by somebody who specialized in collecting donations. Do we really have a government if somebody who sold Nigeria's assets? We, the ordinary citizens, have no option. The whole world will take it that, yes, the Uncle Tinubu government, so-called federal government of Nigeria, has a policy of paying bandits and terrorists. The history I narrated to you of collecting donations from all over the world by somebody who specialized in collecting donations. Do we really have a government if somebody who sold Nigeria's assets for 4 years at BPE, served as FCT minister for 4 years and served as governor, would say that there's a national policy?
The government is paying bandits. They rehabilitate them. They pay them monthly salary. That's what Ahmed Bat, you know, Dati, he was the vice president running with Peter Obi last time. He's the one making this assertion that the government is even paying the bandits. And don't forget, they also recruit them into the Nigerian army as the bandits that have repentant bandits. They call them repentant bandits. That's what is going on. That's why the Nigerian army doesn't have security, because the terrorists are already in Nigerian army. So they sabotage operations They sabotage the army operations. They leak the information to the bandits. That is what is going on. And with this, we just want to let you know that the Fulani terrorism activity, the Fulani terrorism and activities in Nigeria and the way forward doesn't look good because the government is not doing enough. And then we let you know that the Fulani refers to the ethnic group called the Fulani. You can call them either Fula, Fulani, or Fula, or Fube. That's how they are referred to. And they constitute only 13 million of the Nigerian population. Remember that they said that Nigeria is about 200 million people. But this Fulani, as total Fulanis in Nigeria, is only 13 million. They are the one benefiting from this terrorism because they are in control of the government. Because the government of Nigeria is managed by the Fulani Caliphate. So that's why they are able to be doing this. And then they came up with Boko Haram. Boko Haram is an Islamic sectarian movement which was founded in 2002 in northeastern Nigeria. And then since 2009, they have metamorphosed, they have dispersed, they have divided into so many other segments, carrying out large-scale acts of violence and terrorism and kidnapping and land grabbing all over Nigeria, and even human organ harvesting business in Nigeria. And the meaning of Boko Haram means Western education, democracy, Western influence is forbidden. They don't want it. And the reason they don't want it is that they want to maintain their culture. They don't want a mix-up of foreign culture with theirs. They want an Islamic state. That is why they introduced Sharia law on October 27, 1999, by the then governor of Zamfara State, Ahmed Sani Yerima. And now they have so many terrorist groups: Boko Haram, ISWAP, Ansaru, Mieti Allah, Islamic movement in Nigeria, a Shiite militant group, and the last one that just came up now, Wulo, which is stationed in north central Nigeria. And according to the Vatican City, in the past 14 years, they have killed 52,250 Christians. These are the ones that are recorded by the Vatican City. It's not the Punch, it's not somebody else. It's not Vanguard, it's the Vatican City. The head of the Catholic Church in the world is saying that for the past 14 years, about 52,250 Nigerian Christians have been brutally murdered in the hands of these Fulani Islamic militants. Then 2 years ago, from after Tinubu came to power, about 10,217 people have been killed, both in Benue State, Edo, and Katsina State. And then we are reminding you that in Uzu 1 local government area, they killed 25 people. And also they killed 7 other people on February 2, 2025, shooting Christians and setting homes on fire. This one happened at Ihamufu. And then recently, again, on October 13, at least 24 young men from various villages across Patiji and Lade district of Kwara State have been confirmed dead after they volunteered to defend their community from heavily armed Fulani militia or terrorists. These and others have been a lot of killings, both in Yoruba land, both in Igbo land, both everywhere, both in the Middle Belt. There have been killings harvesting of organs, kidnapping, a lot of criminalities have been going on. And you can see from the videos that we showed you that the government is not doing enough. The government is in bed with them. If not, the government have the capacity and the resources to stop this terrorism overnight. I am sorry that my guest, Keny I'nugo, couldn't join me today. And that is why I handled the lecture by myself. And then I'm going to end this lecture by also asking you from the Igbo race, because you know that in Colombo Wisdom University is Igbo-centric. We are Igbo-centric, Biafran-centric, and African-centric. So asking you from the Igbo race to wake up, because things are really changing in Nigeria. An opportunity for us to restore our nation back. A nation that we have the same value system. A nation with a lot of resources, both natural and human. A nation of gifted people that can compete with every other human being in this world. Remember, the Igbo race is one of the oldest races in the world. If you know, you have to ask yourself, why do we have caves? Caves means people that lived when the world started. The Igbo race is one of the oldest human beings that we have in this world. And we're supposed to have our own nation so that we can be participating in what is going on around the world. So we can have a voice in the world. And with this, we shall bring it to this lecture. And thank you very much for joining me again. And don't forget to like, comment, and share. And join us, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you very much for joining me again today, and have a very, very good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.